comes, they can join. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Gangurabhyo Namaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Aim Saraswataye Namaha Om Klim Kalikaye Namaha Om Klim Bhadrakali Namaha Om Durgaye Namaha Harihi Om. So welcome. आप आओ, क्या बोल रहे हैं?
स्वामी में एक पोस्टर वहाँ एक पोस्टर में कर रहा है, तुम कर लो, कह रहा मैं तो नहीं करूँगा जब तक स्वामी ने बोला।
कौन
बोलो जरा पोस्टर साथ में जब
कोई किसको कौन इधर आओ भाई, कौन है उसको थोड़ा सहायता करो।
मैंने ये बोला, मैंने कहा जितना तुम बोल रहे हो उतना हेल्प कर लो।
सुनो, अभी हम भी बाद में आपके बात करूंगा। काम के समय काम करो, एक दिन छुट्टी लो, 2 दिन छुट्टी लो, फिर तो रहो। समझेंगे बात? जब छुट्टी लगेगा हमको पैसा देना नहीं पड़ेगा, खाना को आराम से सो जाओ, जो भी आपको कोई कुछ नहीं बोलेगा, कोई कुछ नहीं बोलेगा काम के लिए। अब जब हम तनख्वाह देंगे, आप दिन भर घूमोगे, उसके भी तनख्वाह हाजिरी भी लगता है। पापा का फोन नहीं की बात है, आप दिन भर आप 6 बजे तक आप रहा, आपका समय नहीं हुआ, अब बाल काटे, आप 5 बजे आना चाहिए था, कितने बजे आ रहे हैं? 6 बजे आ रहे हैं ना। हमको क्या मतलब है? कटिंग का दूसरे समय नहीं होता, आज का समय था आपके लिए। हैं? हमको बोल के गया था 5 बजे आने के लिए, 6 बजे आओगे, फिर पहले मारोगे। आप दूध चढ़ाना है, दूध चढ़ाते सहायता करो, जाओ हमारे पास हम क्लास करो। So I'm sorry, this is some stops here. So anyway, so we start now. So Pranavadharana about the mantra Om. How to meditate the mantra Om, the concentration. Pranava. Pranava means meditation Om, Dharana means concentration. Pranavadi samuscharat plutante sunya bhavanat sunyaya paraya satya sunya tameti bhairavi. When we meditate, the concentration of Om that leads to all the way to experience the transcendental energy or the transcendental consciousness. And you must know, mantra Om is a big mantra of the tantric science. Many people think mantra Om is the big mantra of the Vedic science. But mantra Om is the big mantra of the Nirakar. Nirakar means no form. When you say Om, actually that mantra Om we write, but mantra Om has no particular form. So mantra Om people worship or recites as a saguna, as a sakara and a nirakara, form and formless. When you chant mantra Om, it leads to all the way the transcendental consciousness. That called nirakara. Means you achieve the transcendental consciousness. Therefore, we say, here translation they say, O Bhairavi, one who repeats the pranava, Om, perfectly while concentrating on the void for protracted periods, experiences the void, and by that void the transcendental Sakti is revealed. O Bhairavi, one who repeats the pranava, Om, perfectly while concentrating on the void for protracted periods, experience the void, and by that void of transcendental Sakti is revealed. You see, प्रणवादि समुस्तारत प्लुतांते शून्य भावनात् शून्यया परया शक्त्या शून्यता मेति भैरवी. So here we speak about Pranava Om. Sama Uchacharat, from perfect recitation. Plutant means after protracted. Sunya, Bhavanat, concentrating on void or the emptiness. Sunnaya, by that void. Paraya, by the transcendental. Saktaya, Sakti or energy. Sunyatam, Eti, the void. Vairavi, O Bhairavi. Again, I have to clarify, then we can go to the details on the commentary. O Bhairavi, one who repeats the pranava perfectly. So it means many people chant mantras, but not perfectly. Chanting mantras, you need a lot of rituals. As per Vedic science, there is many kind of mantras. Tantric mantras, Vedic mantras, Tamasic mantras, Rasic mantras, or Sattvic mantras. Sometimes you chant mantras to kill someone in Tantra or black magic. Is known as Tamasic. You chanting mantras to get money, get a job, get prosperity. Or in India, we chant mantras to get children, get a husband, get a wife, get a home, get money, many things. We chant mantras to cure the disease, the sickness. And we chant mantra to achieve the transcendental consciousness or to liberate ourselves. That is called Sattvic. So three kind of mantra chantings. Swan mantra leads to transcendental consciousness. Another mantra is help you to fulfill your personal desires, obligations, wantings, and expectations. That known as a Rajasic. Another mantra you chant out of fear, anger, negativity, jealous, and you want to destroy to others. So that is called Tamasic. So mantra Om is helping you in order to experience the transcendental consciousness, which consciousness make you liberation. And when you live in the society or as a nature of our habit pattern of the chitta, the breath is, we have three kind of gunas, Rajasic, Sattvic, and Tamasic. Not necessary, but if, that is very important, we must experience our three qualities. Without three qualities, you can't survive. You need tamasic quality to survive. You need rasic quality to protect yourself. For example, you sleep. Laziness comes, inertia. So many hours you sleep. That's not sattvic qualities, tamasic. This tamas you need to survive, take rest. Second thing, rajasic, to be creative. You working whole day, walking, moving, creativeness. All are the rasi qualities. Fulfillment, all kind of desires. And all kind of creativeness. For example, marry is rajasic. To create children is rajasic. All kind of material things is rajasic. Then sattvic is only when you spend the time for meditations. Even sometimes you doing yoga asanas, not sattvic, is rajasic. You want to have good health or to be creativeness, coming out of stress, so on. So these are the rajasic. Only the meditation is the sattvic. Now you're listening from the lecture is the rajasic, not the sattvic. Sattvic is when you meditate and you don't expect anything, you don't get nothing. Any and all techniques which leads you all the way to transcendental conditions or the transcendental consciousness or the cosmic energy or to liberate yourself, freedom yourself is all about sattvic qualities. Pranabadi samucharat plutante sunya bhavanat sunnaya paraya saktya sunyata meti bhairavi. So therefore you chant perfectly. Not only that, if you chant mantras, for example, smoking, drinking, eating non-vegetarian food, whatever chant the mantras is never leads to the samadhi, never leads to the final freedom. You may awaken Kundalini, but does not help for the liberation, not the freedom. Awakening Kundalini not necessarily, awakening Kundalini not necessarily leads to all the way to liberation, not. And awakening Kundalini, although very important path of liberation, but awakening Kundalini only not helpful for final liberation, final freedoms. So I say that again, when eating meat or fish or eggs, non-vegetarian food, smoky qualities. And if you chant any mantra, all mantras are leads to all the way to destructions of yourself. And you can destroy also your Kundalini energy. So therefore, Kundalini energy need to be stable. That time you have to be very positive, means channel to all your energy to the sattvic qualities. Sattvic. Without sattvic, you can't achieve non-violence, love, the truth, the kindness, compassion, and liberation, freedoms. All are the sattvic qualities. Non-violence is the sattvic qualities. Kindness is sattvic, the pure. And when you live in the social life, very difficult to be sattvic qualities. Very difficult. Even I personally, most of the time, when I running the administration of the ashram, I always, most of the time, also I involve in creativeness as a rajasic, like commander-in-chief in the ashram. Because I running every departments, need to protect all material things of the ashram. In order to someone can come here, so they can also feel peaceful. So therefore, ashram is a place everybody has to work and transcendental energy to the sattvic qualities. So as a head of the department of myself, most of the time I involve all kind of rajasic qualities of the ashram because the material is the samsara. Ashram is like a some part of the samsara because everything to built with the material things, finance, materials, human beings, lot of things you need, security, so on. I myself, I only sometimes goes to meditation, but same time, in my Rajasic qualities, even Tamasic, I can shout the people. I can be very tough taking actions. The people who not take work, not doing any work, for example, they're paid. But I have also take actions. The outside my action seems very Tamasic or Rajasic. But it must be clear. I'm doing for the benefit for the humanity and whoever come to the ashram for the future. So they get the benefits. So when a guru involved Tamasic and Rajasic, they're serving as a form of karma yoga without personal selfish to fulfill. But when a common person work in the society, they simply fulfill their personal desires without thoughts about others. So that's the difference. That no difference as a human being. Everybody will be involved, Tamasic, Rajasic, two qualities in material world. Even you are monk or nun, doesn't matter. In case you are involved in the material world. So therefore many gurus, they work differently because there are a lot of assistants, so on. Like the Prime Minister of the country, he involved everything, he ordered to everyone, to defense, to the police, to the army, to the naval, to the air force, so on. But sometimes it seems the Prime Minister is the non-violent person in the country, or the president is the non-violent, because they never slap you, they never shoot you. But then you say the police are bad people, armies are bad people, navals are bad people, air force are bad people, prisoners are bad people. But who is doing this work? Who is controlling the country? The president, the prime ministers, the head of the state. But you don't see them, they're violent. You think they're non-violent, but indirectly they do violent actions. Because they are the people who take the ordering to the naval, to the air force, to the police and so on. But you never blame to the president or prime minister, head of the state, but you blame to the police, a poor guy who living in the street. It's very easier to blame. Similarly, that what I like to speak, but the difference in the head of the state and head of the monastery, that two different things. Head of the state, they always work, fulfill their material things. They maybe think for the citizen of the country, but not all of them. But generally, any guru and who build the ashrams, 99.9%, they always think about others. 1% may not. And head of the state as a political, 99.9%, they always think about themselves. Never they think the citizen of others, 1%. That's the difference. That's the difference. When His Holiness Dalai Lama traveling around the world, he get a lot of financial projects, but he always here for his spiritual purpose and same time his monastics, his social people, so on. But also he is the head of the state. Head of the state. Just for a moment. उसमें लिख दो थोड़ी सी हो जाएगा. अभी तो आज नहीं कर पाएंगे, कल करेंगे. आप इसको लिख दो.
देना है.
जिससे भुगता नहीं.
वही दे दूंगा ना.
वो कहाँ लिखेंगे? नहीं तो कल आज तो नहीं दे पाएंगे. कल तो देंगे सब जाकर.
देना का तो
आज तो देना था लेकिन लिख नहीं पाए ना, कैसे देंगे? इसमें लिखना पड़ेगा ना. ग्राम पंचायत भुगतानी मालिक, भुगतानी तली, तपोवन, कितना ही रहेगा. तारीख रहेगा 10/11/10. हाँ 11/10. आखिर लिख सकते हैं भुगतानी तली, ना ग्राम पंचायत भुगतानी तली, तपोवन, इतना होगा. लिख सकते हैं.
दे क्या ना.
हाँ एक तो दे देना.
लिख देगा.
लिखना तो हम लिख सकते हैं. आज छोड़ दो, हम लिखे नहीं तो कल सवेरे आ जाओ थोड़ी सी हेल्प करने के लिए।
आना है।
हाथ हाथ धो लो साबुन में आराम से, हाथ में जलेगा थोड़ी सी। कल कितने बजे जाओगे कि कहाँ जाना है? फिर आ जाओ फिर 8 बजे। 8 बजे देंगे तो वहां पर लगा देगा ना, फिर या बाद में 10 बजे जाना। फिर लौकी कहाँ आता है 10 बजे? 8 बजे कहाँ आएगा? कैसे?
देना क्यों एक साफ कर रहा मैंने।
हाँ ठीक है, वो कर रहा है तो करने दो उसको, आप छोड़ दो, आप जाओ स्कूटी ले जाओ। हाँ हाँ, उसको हम लिख दूंगा रात में। कोशिश करना 8 बजे आकर छोड़ दो ना वहां पर, फिर लौकी आएगा जा करके 10 बजे या 9 बजे आ जाएगा वो। लौकी को 9 बजे भेज देना। अभी तक 8:30 बजे, 7:30 बजे। आई एम सॉरी फॉर मिनट, आई हैव सम लिटिल बिट सम डिफिकल्टीज। आ जाओगे अभी? हाँ ठीक है, चलो ठीक है, आप गाड़ी ले जाओ, 7:30 बजे के बाद आना। हाँ ठीक ठीक। So, Hariam. So I'm sorry, management, the ashram, because tomorrow we have the camp, and in other place, our hospital camp, we are helping a lot of medicines free. So our ashram is the sponsor to give a lot of free medicines, homeopathy, to how to prevent the corona and good health. So we are distributing a lot of things for tomorrow other place. So I don't go. So we need to put some flyers like karma yoga. So I was involved whole day, many things. Even I was appointment with Genia to give 30 minutes something, some kind of class, I could not take it. Then I tell to her, I'm sorry for that. So anyway, so now the topic is Rasik, Tamasik and Satvik. So I just give you examples. As a president, prime minister of the head of the state. And I give an example, His Holiness Dalai Lama. He also head of the state. He was head of the state. But he is the person who thinks spiritually and materially, both things are balancing. He needs to take care of his own people. Same time, he needs to take care of his own spirituality. That is very rare people in the world with the head of the state. I don't think so anywhere in the world, except I think Tibet. It was. Now His Holiness Dalai Lama, he changed the rules and regulations. Now a common person can be head of the state in Tibet. So we don't want to make more involved the spiritual persons to be head of the state. So after His Holiness Dalai Lama, he changed it. Now someone, they make a democratic, somebody will be prime minister. So he'll take care of the Tibet. Exile government of Tibet, not Tibet, exile government of Tibet. So therefore, what I mean, you can check. I don't know, maybe, another is the head of the state is the Pope, right? Pope is the head of his own state. And he need to manage all. But he don't manage like His Holiness Dalai Lama, like common people. He living in the small, like a, how say, small palace. For me, the Rome, where the Pope are areas they're living, for me like a palace, isn't it? It's not like a state exactly. But still, they have to take care of the monks and lot of kind of finance. They have to deal a lot of finance, and they have to deal with a lot of politics. They have to deal with the spirituality. 3 things: social life, political life, and spiritual life. But here is a little bit different. Like His Holiness Dalai Lama, he should take care of the common people, the common citizens of the state. And which is the Italy, for example, the Rome, they don't take the care of the common citizen of the people. They're not responsible. But His Holiness is responsible. So therefore, they have many departments. The school, college, university, taking care of the people, many things. And he does take care of the poor people. But I don't think so. The Pope taking the care of poor people in the world. I don't think so. So what I mean, maybe he is, I don't know, or maybe there are any spiritual masters who take care of the common citizens and they deal with every situations of that state. I don't know. If you have this knowledge, please tell me. If anyone knows, anyone. I don't have a general knowledge. Do you have general knowledge? Anyone? He's the spiritual person, but at the same time, taking care of the common citizens of the state, of the country. Do you know anyone? Because this is this kind of whatever I'm speaking you here, it is a professional. It always go to the YouTube, whatever I'm speaking. Even Pope can listen, and His Holiness Dalai Lama also can listen. Anyone knows, Linus?
Some people,
Any spiritual?
some presidents in South America, like Mexico, Brazil, they're very Christian and very devoted to Jesus Christ.
No,
But
I'm
I don't
not
know
speaking that.
if they're very spiritual. I don't know about them, but
No, I'm not speaking that. President can be spiritual. Even you are also spiritual, other Linus. You can say you are also spiritual. I'm not speaking that way. I'm speaking a person who represents the head of the state like a pope. He represents as a spiritual master, as a whatever. And like His Holiness Dalai Lama, he represents as an incarnation, as a master. I'm speaking such kind of people who is the head of the state. They follow the religious, it doesn't matter for me. That is not important. What I like to, that is not my question. My question is, he must be head of the state, but at the same time, he's the holding also as a spiritual head of the country. That's what I mean to you. Do you understand me? Is anyone there? You know? Jenny, you know? Do you have any general knowledge? Julie, you are from America. So do you know? Maybe you have more knowledge.
I think the Pope deals with the organization and not so much past that. I think he would like to think he does, but I don't know that. I think it's a very, like you said, it's a very closed organization, and I don't know that it's for the welfare of everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying welfare for everybody. What I like to say, the welfare of the common citizens of that head of the state. That's what I mean. Like His Holiness Dalai Lama, and he's the always think the welfare of the whole society. He's like the president of that country and state. That is not everybody has to follow the Buddhism, but
Right.
he taking care of every department, the sports department, the education, the security, the finance and education and jobs and so on. That is His Holiness Dalai Lama. He used to take care of every department. That like that. What I mean. That is what I mean to you. I don't think so. If someone, I think Linus, you don't know. Julia, I maybe you don't have any ideas about the whole world. I don't have either the general knowledge. If any spiritual guru and running the whole state of the country, so I don't know. So anyway, maybe they're kings and emperors, they're running like Saudi Arabia, the kings, and they're running the countries, but he's not the spiritual head. He's not like imam, you understand? Not like prophets. That is what I mean to you. They maybe follow the Muslims, they may follow Islam, they may follow whatever the religious masters, whatever they guide them. That is what I don't mean. I mean a spiritual head should be head of the spiritual head and should be head of the material world of that state. I think His Holiness Dalai Lama is the only person who balancing every part of the world. The spiritual side, the material sides. That's what I mean to you. He's living as the head of the state, as a spiritual master, but at the same time, he's living also samsara. But he managed well. He would take it in his life. Therefore, he get the, so he don't want to involve non-violence. Therefore, he got Nobel Peace Prize as a incarnation of the compassion. Therefore, he always follow and apply and implement in his own life the path of compassion. If he not follow the path of compassion, he may not get today the Nobel Peace Prize. Although his country people are suffering, they're out of Tibet, even they can't follow the Tibetan Buddhism properly. Right? You understand what I mean?
Mhm.
If he could fight, if he could create violence, maybe today his own country could be free. Even in India, due to Mahatma Gandhi non-violence, we may get the final, final freedom or independent from the British empires. But there is many people in India, they sacrifice their life also with the violence, treat to that way. Like Subhash Bose, there are many people fight the against of the British Empire. Even many queens, many princes, many kings, also they fight against of the British Empire with a violent way. But at the end of the day, only the Mahatma Gandhi, he was win over the British Empire as a part of a non-violence. So we can see that freedom, the peace does not come very easy. Even, and you have to struggle all the time. So what I mean here, we are living the material world, the samsara, not very easy at all to experience the freedom and liberation and peace of the mind and follow the path of non-violence. So therefore, many monks, yogis, they try to renounce all kind of material possessions, all kind of material possessions in order to be enlightenment. Therefore, His Holiness also, he renounced all kind of non-violence. Therefore, he get out of the Tibet and he practiced non-violence in India even today. So you can see that two kind of things. Because material world, not very easy. Because law of nature is action and reactions. Action and reaction. I tell you very simple, you can understand how nature is violent. Nature is not compassion. And social and material life, the sansar life is not easy. Is about violence. How? According to my observations, for example, tsunami. For example, you have a house, the side of the ocean, tsunami comes. But you are enjoying the beauty of the ocean, the waves, the ocean, nice air, panorama, beautiful everything. But what happens sometime? The tsunami comes, destroy your house. And the tsunami also took your beloveds, your dearer ones also. Tsunami comes, destroy your house, and many million people died. So what I mean, nature is violent. Nature is not compassion. Nature is not only peaceful. Nature is not non-violence. It's purely violence. So when you're living in a material world, so how to balance it? How to balance? Simply you have to accept it. Accept the violence. Accept action and reactions. Accepting. You can't avoid it. So there